7 Action News this morning on TV 20 Detroit.
After the break, we're going to introduce you to the incredible Frances Jones, everybody. She is 90 years old, has so many stories to tell, including her years as an Olympic synchronized swimming coach. We're going to hear from her right after the break. You're watching 7 Action News this morning at TV 20 Detroit. Hey, Frances, hi. You know, the 2016 Olympics are finally here, and this morning I am so honored to have someone who knows about the Olympic Games from a personal standpoint. This is Frances Jones, and how old are you now, Frances?
90, going on 91.
90 years young, and I have to tell you, you have so much energy about you. When you entered the studio today, we all felt it. And
well, ma'am, I'm a physical scientist, and I know how to take care of my body.
You do. Yes,
and I also have the use of the power of positive thinking.
And that really does.
And I have a deep faith.
All of that really does.
I was taught to sing. I could dance. My older sisters made sure I could dance like Shirley Temple.
I love it.
I had all kinds of science classes that I took in college, and so I felt I was qualified. And I was health ed director at the YWCA for about 5 years. And I had taken this class of girls all the way through to life-saving.
And this was synchronized swimming?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, okay.
And so I asked the girls, I said, what else would you like to do? You've gone as far, you have all that I can do for you. And they said, well, we don't necessarily want to speed swim, but we'd like to stay in the water. And I said, well, let me research it a little bit. It just so happened that at that time, the Junior National Championships for synchronized swimmers was held right here in the Detroit area. So I went to see it, and when I saw what it involved, I thought, Franna, you can handle this. So then I asked my husband if I resigned from the Y, give them an opportunity to find a substitute, and then I'll organize a sports club. And I had the most cooperation from the city of Lansing.
Isn't that great?
The Civitan Club gave my mother's the Claxton fruitcake to sell.
Claxton fruitcake, everybody loves that. And the story is then it all evolved till you finally got your team to the Olympics?
Well, yes, ma'am. After a number of years of training and entering competition all over the United States, I ended up with a solo champion in the senior class, and 2 years later, the duet champion in the senior class. That sort of gave me a background of knowing that I must have felt by other people that I knew what I was doing. And the Amateur Athletic Union called and asked me if I'd take my team to Europe for 8 weeks and give clinics and demonstrations. So I had to work out a plan. By this time I had 2 children, and so I asked my mother and my husband's mother to take care of the children while I was gone.
You know what, the fact that you've had this experience and we're about to start the Olympics, do you sometimes look back and just pinch yourself that it really happened?
I haven't really done that, no, but I do thank God for my health, my attitude, my success, and my supporters.
But you know what? You are a spitfire. I can see why you have been an Olympian, as a coach and helping young people find their dreams and fulfill them. What advice would you give to people now trying to strive to maybe become an Olympian or just do well in sports in their school?
Well, they must be willing to sacrifice. They must have an attitude of team competition. They must be willing to learn new things, but it is not the winning that counts, it's how you play the game.
Amen.
And so I always had to work with my girls, you know, to take girls as long in as many places as I did, you didn't want to have homesickness. So I even talked to their parents about when you write to your daughters, don't say wish you were here. Tell them the wonderful things that are happening, and you're hoping that they're being successful at what they're doing because we're behind you.
I tell you what, this is one of those moments where we're out of time, but I know we could talk to you absolutely all day long. Frances Jones, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with the Olympics and synchronized swimming.
My pleasure, ma'am.
You're
My
a
pleasure.
joy. You really are.